everyone. Welcome to the Lab for Design Thinkers and the project with DryTech. Today I want to talk a little bit about the ideation session that we're going to jump into on Monday. The purpose of this video is to essentially wrap your head around this very active and engaging session that we're going to have. So to start off with, for those of you who haven't heard about design thinking, I'd love to share a little bit of insight to this methodology. We've been working with this methodology at the University of Tromsø for approximately the past year and a half. And it's basically using the sensibilities and the toolkit of the regular designer to help organizations become more creative and innovative. You might be asking yourself, so what are those sensibilities of the designer, right? So basically it's empathy, right? Being able to put yourself in the particular shoes, right, of the user that you're trying to innovate for. Becoming very human-centered. Caring very much about the needs, the wants, the desires, the feelings, the emotions of the individual that you're trying to innovate for. So that's key number one. Number two, it's also based on the premise of rapid prototyping. Right? It's about coming up with many different ideas and potential solutions and trying them over and over and over again, right? Without worrying about failure. We believe that the more you fail, the closer you get to success. Right? So those are the two things that designers do that we try to do at the Lab for Design Thinkers as well. So how about we talk a little bit about the process of what we've been doing here at the lab and along collaborating with DryTech. So this project that we've engaging with DryTech will last exactly 1 month. It starts right in the beginning of February, so students have been working on this for approximately 13, 14 days, and it will end towards the end of this month, right? So it's a 1 month process. The students began by trying to empathize, as I mentioned, as much as possible with the potential purchasers of the products that they're trying to develop, right? This spanned different industries. We're going to be split up into 3 particular sessions for 3 particular industries that DryTech wants to explore, right? So each of these teams has been trying to empathize and understand the particular needs of these people. Right? After this, the students are sort of sitting down and saying, after everything we've learned, what is the challenge that we want to tackle? Right? What do we want to solve? Right? What do we want to apply a product to make things better for the particular person's life? Right? Then it's ideation. Right? This is where you come in. This is where the ideation session of Monday comes in. Right? We're taking this empathy and this particular challenge, and we're trying to come up with as many solutions as possible, right? It's about coming up with tons and tons and tons of ideas. It doesn't matter if the idea is good or bad. It's all about coming up with a lot of ideas. It's also about building on the idea of others, creating this environment of just sharing and openness, right? It's probably going to be chaotic at times, kind of like my conversation right now, but at the end of the day, it's going to be super, super fruitful. We promise you. After the ideation session, hopefully, we'll come up with 2 or 3 tangible, specific prototypes that the students can actually go out into the world, implement, get feedback, right? Prototype and feedback and testing. And so this would be the final part of the actual process. So just to recap this thing really quick. Empathy phase, it's already gone down. A week and a half, students have learned a lot. They've gone out, they've asked questions. The students have defined the particular challenges. This is Monday, our session together, a lot of ideas. Then from that session, hopefully a couple of prototypes will come out and they will be tested. And that's the 1 month project that we're engaging with DryTech. So now to the ideation session. This is what really matters, and this is the purpose of this quick video that we want to share with you. I want to talk about the rules, okay, to ideation. Many people think that creativity is this very chaotic, uncontrolled, non-rule-based process. That's not true. Right? Creativity needs to have rules and boundaries. And these are the rules we use for particular ideation sessions that we're going to do on Monday. So let me start, for example, with stay on topic. It's very important that as soon as an idea comes up, people focus, at least for a little while, on that particular idea. Right? So it's not about just throwing ideas out there and forgetting about everything that people said. No, it's one idea, focus, understand it, register it, and then move on with the next idea, focus, understand it, and then move on. There are no dumb ideas. This is a critical one, right? Many times somebody suddenly says something that sounds quite wacky, maybe potentially stupid. That That does not matter in this session, right? What's important is to come out with many, many, many ideas. So please, no criticism of ideas. No pushing down ideas. It's all about building up, building up, building up, building on the idea of others. That's the key part of this session. One conversation at a time. Also, to keep sort of the flow going, we need to understand what people are saying until we move on. Be visual. This is a critical design component to what we do, right? Instead of having an idea, right, and just writing the idea on a Post-it and putting it on the wall, how about you actually take an A4 paper and draw, right, the particular situation of that idea. Are there two people talking to each other? Two stick figures? Perfectly fine. The more tangible, the more real life that particular idea is expressed, the better. Defer judgment. You're going to sometimes get a gut feeling that a lot of the things people are saying will probably not work out in the real world. The truth is, you don't really know if they will work out or if they won't. So try to defer that judgment, right? Many times when we're very educated, right, we're very analytical, we tend to immediately jump on ideas and try to break them, right? Try to rationalize them. Try to see the logic or non-logic to it. That is not the objective of Monday. Monday is about being non-judgmental, non-critical, and trying to build as much as possible on the creation of wacky, wild, interesting, not interesting, rational, non-rational ideas. It's all about the ideas at the end of the day. More is better, right? A lot of what I've been saying is about quantity, not so much about quality. The quality will come later. The quality will come through the prototyping process that I talked about. Right now it's about coming up with many, 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 many ideas, right? The more, the better. So don't limit yourself, right? If you're sitting there on Monday during the session and you have your Post-it in your hand or your marker in your hand and you think, oh, I have a great idea, but maybe people are going to think I'm crazy, right? Or maybe people are going to think that I'm breaking social norms. Maybe it's going to be a bit rude, potentially. Don't limit yourself. You never know when a wild, weird, rude, crazy idea can be the next great product. Go for wild ideas. Couldn't be a better fit, right? Just go out there. Be expressive. Be creative. Imagination. Use as much imagination as possible. So at the end of the day, as you can see, this is all about coming with the right frame of mind. So this has been the goal of this video, to sort of give you that sort of sense of what's going to be going on. We're going to have tons of fun. We're going to be eating a lot of candy. We're going to be drinking a lot of coffee. There's going to be a lot of energy in that room. And we're really, really excited to have you here on Monday. And we also want to thank DryTech for giving us this opportunity. The students out there in the lab have been working their butts off. We're all incredibly excited to have you, and we want to appreciate really, really, really from the bottom of our heart for this opportunity that we know will be a great, great success. Thank you very much.